Hello, and welcome to Ocean Academe Precalculus 11. Sketching functions and finding vertical asymptotes. Example 2. Sketch a graph of the following function. F of x equals 1 over x minus 3 squared minus 5. First, let's just look at the denominator. And if we were to graph this, we would say that our vertex is at 3 and minus 5. So right about here. And it's standard. This is 1 over 1, rise over run. So roughly it would look like this. Oops. Okay, but it's 1 over this. So we need to draw our dotted lines at y equals 1 and minus 1. And wherever our graph, our parabola, crossed y equals 1 and y equals minus 1, those are going to be points that are still going to be on our graph of 1 over x minus 3 squared minus 5. Now we need to determine what our asymptotes are. So you look again at the denominator. So you have x minus 3 squared minus 5. So let's just expand that. We need to solve for x. So let's see where we're at. This is going to be x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 5, which is x squared minus 6x plus 4. Now I'm going to use my quadratic formula. So that's minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where this is a, this is b, and this is c. So this works out to 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4 all over 2 times 1. Plugging that into our calculator, we get two values. We get 0.77 and 5.24. So it's at those 2 points on the x-axis that our new graph cannot cross. So we would be looking at approximately here and approximately there. So filling this in, we have our point here. This cannot cross that asymptote, and it also cannot cross the x-axis. That would be the same on this side, where this cannot cross the asymptote and cannot cross the x-axis. And here again at the bottom, it cannot cross the asymptote, it cannot cross the x-axis, goes through this point and goes down, and again not crossing the asymptote. And that's how you sketch this graph, 1 over x minus 3 squared minus 5.